Well, here we are once again. It's Monday with Barry, and before we get into the game or the games of the weekend, we're going to talk about yesteryear. But before we start, let's say hello to the viewers.
There's the punters out there, the viewers. Very cold day today, very cold, wet day, but it is winter.
So what's happening here?
Well, this is a photo that was back in '66 up in the Wimbledon League when I was playing for Panya against Horsham, and that was the caption was "Gotcha." He didn't get me at all, Colin. Missed me by about 2 seconds. And that was a photo. It was on the Wimbledon League sports show for about 3 or 4 years back in the late '60s. Pretty good action photo, wasn't it? And we beat them that day too. That old rough magic. It wasn't a good year for us. We didn't finish in the four that year. But that's the way it goes. It's a pretty good photo, that.
Didn't you win a TV set or something?
Yeah, on a 23-inch
something
thing about this big and black and white.
Pretty
When colour come in? When colour TVs come
75?
73 in Victoria.
Okay, we've got that on record, 75, and you reckon 73. I'll check that up on YouTube.
Because I was bored of... Yeah, no, I think it was... Wouldn't we have 70... I think it might have been 74, 73. Anyway, but that was black and white. But that was a pretty good photo for young Barry boy.
Yeah, slippery as an eel.
Hmm?
Slippery as an eel.
Yeah, too quick.
Alright, well, let's get straight into the game on the week. So, tell us what the weather was like and the conditions.
The weather down Mount Eliza was perfect. The ground was perfect. It was in very good nick. There was no excuse if you couldn't play football on that ground on Saturday afternoon, Colin.
You have said of that ground in the past that it's one of the worst grounds in the league.
Well, it's improved. I must have uplifted on the other side, but it's still down the other end of the ground. You can hardly see them, but it's not like YCW. At least it's reasonably got a bit of drains, but no, perfect ground.
So it's at the bottom of the hill, is that right?
So no, it's in the middle of the mountains. There's trees everywhere.
Yeah, okay.
Cut out in the mountain somewhere.
So you were quietly surprised with the ground?
The ground was pretty good, yeah.
Okay, very good. Now, tell us any changes for Chelsea.
4 changes on Saturday. Out were Anderson, Danny Moore, which I cannot believe, Bradley Hodge and Callum Hart. I thought he played alright last week, Callum Hart too. Now they were out, and in comes Viaggi, Sean Widdington, Stephen Harrison, big bonus, and D.K. Kelly.
Dean Kelly.
Number 30.
Dancing in the rain, Kelly.
So that was the changes. Bit surprising.
Okay,
anyway,
well give us the quarter time. It was quite close, wasn't it?
Well, the first quarter was pretty even. We started off pretty good because Michael Salem and Sammy Carpenter and Lewis started off alright, and we were up with them. We're only about 8 points behind it. The first quarter was 3-3 to 4-3. We were only a goal behind.
Yeah.
We started pretty good, but Michael Salem had about 10 possessions in the first quarter. He was killing them. But after the first quarter, we started getting on top. But I think we kicked the first. We got a goal in front. This is unbelievable, because we were a goal in front late in the second quarter. And we've got beaten by 17 goals. That is extraordinary. How can that happen? Be a goal in front 5 minutes before the half time, and we're beaten by 17 goals.
Well, that says something about
but half time.
Half time. Get to the half time score.
6-8, and we were. I beg your pardon. They were 9-6, and we were 6-8. It was 14 points.
Close-ish.
It wasn't too bad. Looking reasonably alright, but after half time, the gates open, and they are and that's Scotty Lockwood. He's probably nearly on a par with Damon the way he takes marks, and he's dead-eye Dick is.
Give us the 3/4 time score.
The 3/4 was 8, 17, 10. They've kicked 8 goals, 4.
112, how would it
They've got number 14, number 47, they've got some good players all around the ground. Their back line's, they're a very, very good side, but we were pathetic.
Okay, well what was the final score?
Final score, we were 11-5, we kicked 3 goals. Chrissy Warner played a fair sort of game. He finished up with 4 goals. Took some nice marks, and it's 11-5 to 26 goals 10, which is unbelievable kicking too.
Okay.
And that was it was. Look, it's 15 goals, nearly 17 goals we got beat by.
That's incredible, isn't it?
6 times, that's 100 points, isn't it?
Wow. That was a smashing.
Smashing, but after half time they just run. They can run their And they're playing YCW in a few weeks' time, and I reckon they'll beat YCW, Colin. Just my early prediction about that.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, tell us the goal kickers.
Chrissy Warner kicked forward, Damon kicked three early goals in the first half, but he wasn't sighted after that. Sammy Carpenter got one, Biaggi got one, DeLuca got one, and Jason Clark kicked the goal today.
Goal of the day, okay.
Yeah.
Now, tell us the group of best players.
Well, there wasn't many to pick from, Colin. I can tell you now that after half time, everyone went missing apart from 4 or 5 others. DeLuca played a fair game all day, but he actually might have injured himself, come off the last 10 minutes. I hope he's alright. Come down, I think it might have been an ankle, but no, the best players I saw in a pretty ordinary game today was probably Sammy Carpenter. That fella is a little freak. Marvel, champ, everything. Michael Salem had a bit of a quiet third quarter, but come good in the last quarter. Niza really battled hard all day. Niza, he's one of my favourites, Niza. Gary Carpenter, Chrissy Warner, I said Niza, and Anthony Lewis battled hard all day. Played a fair sort of a captain's game. And Ryan Stewart, the first half was killing, but got injured in the last quarter. But he had a very good first half.
All right, well, let's go to the votes. One vote.
One vote to Gary Carpenter.
Very good. 2 votes.
2 votes to Michael Salem.
And 3 votes.
3 votes to Sammy the Star Carpenter.
Well, this might interest you, Barry. I had a quick look on the computer before I came to see what the newspaper...
the secret sort of KGB stuff, is it?
They gave Anthony Lewis best player for Chelsea.
Well, yeah, he got the message about 3 weeks too late.
Did you think that was his best?
No, he wouldn't.
Maybe top 5?
Well, I'd give him number 6, I think. But no, he battled hard in the first half, but no, he'll
So some people have said that...
Just give him best player. Well, it's good to see him give him a bit late. We give him when he's not.
Maybe he's playing catch up.
It probably is.
And
Simon McAvoy, you don't give votes because I told you to give votes. You've got to earn them.
So that might show that you just don't give Anthony Lewis best on ground
because
you feel like it.
Wherever I give best players, they've got to earn it. I don't just give them because they got 3 or 4 kicks and took about 4 or 5 marks. You got to. I mean, he'll know himself. He wasn't best, but he owes him about 10 best on grounds anyway.
Right. So it's an evener upper.
Well, something like that, Mr. McAvoy, but that's a bit stupid.
Any highlights? Give us the highlights.
No highlights to talk. There's only one little highlight happened about the second quarter. Jason Clark, I like him. He doesn't get much time on the ground to play at the moment, but he's going to be alright. He kicked the goal today. It was in the second quarter, right in the angle and bang through. I like him.
Okay.
Should get more opportunities, and because he's got talent. But what they've got to do, I'll say something about next week. I reckon that Chapel knows himself that they've got to make a lot of changes.
Well, tell us about the changes.
Well, they've got to make, I reckon...
Half the team?
No, I reckon there's 4 or 5 players in that side. They play all right against the ordinary side, but when they come up against the big sides, they found wanting. And I think the Chapel and the selectors will know about that. But they'll have to make... And I reckon they've got to give some of these young fellas, try them out, give them a bit of a try. Like, for one, Bradley Clark, it's Jason Clark's brother. He is going to be... I reckon he needs a bit... He played in the under-18s in the league side last week, Bradley Clark, up in Shepton.
Okay.
Oh, he's just going to be a star. There's a couple other players in the under-18s and a couple in the seconds, and I think Joel Conley might... I don't know whether he's fit enough, but I reckon give him a bit of a go up and give him a bit of a run. And
so what about number 23?
Well, he's not going too flash.
So he needs to pick up the game or maybe sort of learn a bit of football in the seconds?
He might be one of the 4 or 5 players, but no, Chapel and the selectors, when he had a bit of a word after the game, he said, we're going to have something to talk about on Tuesday night, but...
Dean Kelly would be good if he touches the ball.
Well, he's got to get the ball first, yeah. But anyway, they'll... they've got football brains, and they can see with players that you can't step up against the good sides. It's no good. But anyway, that's up to them.
Very good.
Not me, but I'll just give them a little bit of advice. Do something.
So I happened to watch the game on... Just happened across it on Friday night. Just want to show the people here.
Show the viewers your loyalty to Century. You got the jumper on.
How'd it go?
Well, I told you before the game, Colin, it'd be a very close game to half time, I reckon. It was a close game all day, but all night. But Richmond, they are back in business. Really are back in business. And I think they're I just checked out, done a bit of research the last couple of days, riveting research, is checking what Richmond's next 12 or 14 games, and I reckon they could win probably 10 out of the last 14 games.
Final's easy.
Yeah, because I reckon there's only a couple.
What about the bye?
Well, you don't count that, do you? There's about 4 sides are going to be sort of not over sure about beating. There'd be Carlton, Collingwood, Adelaide, I think it's Geelong. But I think the rest is... So we've got a pretty good run home now. I reckon we can get... finish up with about 13 wins, at least. That'll be that's enough to get in the 8, isn't it?
Yep.
But it was a very good game. I mean, that last quarter just kept... He must have been nearly fainting, because they'd get in front, then Richmond would get 10 points in front, and they'd bang, bang.
Kept on kicking points.
I told you it'd be a pretty close game, but I didn't think they'd win by much, but it was a really good game, because I was getting quite excited, as a matter of fact.
They are better. They're a better team.
Oh, Richmond. Well, years ago they would just fold when Sakula kicked 2 or 3 goals and got within 10 points in front.
So you got a good run. So who's it this week?
Fremantle at MCG, which they'll clean them up.
And then after that?
We've got a few games. I'm pretty sure Melbourne, one of the tough games will be a Melbourne game.
Very good.
Now, since
they'll bounce back.
I'm not getting too blasé about that, but no.
Yeah,
Well, they might get their tails up, Melbourne.
Well, I must say, I must admit too, that I think that Richmond are a much better team, and they may be a finals potential this year. Myself, I see them in the group of playing finals.
You know what price they are to get in the 8 at the moment? I cannot believe. I thought
2 to 1 or something.
I was going to have something on last Friday. They got me making the check on the thing at the tab there. It was $1.50. I said, "Where's the world coming to? It's only $17 to win the flag."
That's crazy stuff.
And the no good thing, I mean, the 2's on, but they will get on. But I think that's probably why they're $1.45, because they've got the big, nice, easy draw from now on.
It's wide open though, the competition.
Of course it is. I mean,
yeah, there's no clear favourite with West Coast losing and
Essendon losing. How can Melbourne beat Essendon? Now come on, there wasn't. There's no quote.
Crazy stuff.
They were nothing. You couldn't do anything. It's about a bit, and they won by
a goal. Yeah.
Well, they won.
Yeah. Well, let's. What's next week for local footy?
Well, Richmond, Chelsea's playing over here. They're playing Seaford, which will be a tough game. We've got Kraska back in business, but Seaford here is one of the guns, but they haven't been. I reckon we should get away with Seaford next week if we get back and just get focused and get your mind on the job, and I don't know, just get sparked up.
So I just remind you with your prediction this week that you were fairly wrong last week with Chelsea, only about by about 25 goals out on your prediction.
No, I didn't say we win. I think did I say we win?
You said you'd win by
4 goals.
4 goals or something. So only 21 goals out.
22 goals out.
So give us a prediction this week. Chelsea.
We'll win. I won't give any prediction about goals, points or anything, but I do think we'll get away with...
win easy?
Well, it's a good day. If the weather's good, we'll... told you we're a high marking side, Colin, and Damon's stayed up alright on Saturday. They had 2 fellas there most of the time down there. We couldn't capitalise on that. We should have been a loose man run around there, but we couldn't do it.
Very good. So that's 2:15 Saturday here against Seaford.
Across the road over there, and hopefully the weather's good and we can get back and forget all about last week. That should be out their brains now. Should be out their mind. Gone, finished. Think about getting beat by 20 goals. You go mental. Now they'll focus. They'll get focused. Chat will give them focus back in business, and to say the first 2. I was telling you before we come on there. The first 2 the first number 1 and 2 sides in this competition, they're about, I'd say, a big gap from the rest. But we're 3rd, 4th, and 5th. I reckon that we'll be in the game. We'll be in the 5, all right. But we just got to step up and I don't know. Get some young spunks in and put a bit more life inside, get a sort of bit of, I don't know, hopefully Chapel will get something organised, a bit of spark, that's the word, get Chapel will get them going next week, it'll be alright. Just that...
Really get the jumper leads onto them now, to give them spark.
Well, you need more than that jumper leads, you need something like a blowtorch or something to...
Alright, we'll look forward to that. That's next Saturday, 2:15, you'll be there giving the full report.
Boys, get over there and get back and keep loyal to your local side, which there should be a good crowd there next week.
Alright, well that's goodbye from me.
It's goodbye from me and goodbye from everybody. I'll see you next week.
Alright, so the trigger up here at the minute. Alright, which one I will say, boys, they're going to switch it, aren't they? They're going to switch it. So if you're on that half-forward flank, or you're on that half-forward flank, don't create a fucking congestion over here. We're going back to the Bomb Beach game. Open the game up. Open the game up because when we switch it, when we lower our eyes, we look dangerous. We play into their hands and we go out there and let them switch and run, that's when we're in trouble. They switch and run out there. I think it was you, Nye, Dino, Maxi, Flicker on this wing. You had to come back inboard and under a pressure kick there, Sammy. Okay, we need to hold our side of the ground. And it's a big ground. They're actually reading it well. They're getting it. They know the ground. They're working over and they're making sure that they clog up those areas. So hold it. Make it a contest. You got it? Okay, you've seen what happened. It's an easy kick. Flick it to Maxi. Maxi denies it. It's an easy kick. So hold the wing. Use all those areas. You got it? I don't care how wide we have to go. When you're in control, we've got the fucking thing, haven't we? Okay? So don't spend fucking 10 minutes of wasting your time chasing ass when you don't have to. Make that kick good. Damage. 20 metre, 30 metre run to put pressure on, ends up with a shot at goal. Let's kick those set shots. Let's kick those set shots, eh? So that's the forward pressure, that's good, okay? Be smarter around it as well. Okay, rough at the start, alright? What we have, okay, if they're going to have 3 behind and expect to lose the contest, and we're going to 1, well, let's change it up. Change it up. Go wide or go behind. They're going to have fucking 2, and that's tap. It's tough tap. If that doesn't hit guard or Harrow, it's a metre each side and they've got the clearance. That's up 3 times. So let's think about it in the middle, okay? Get together and think about those stoppages. Numbers back, going good. Gav, talk down back. Chance, I reckon you've been stiff twice, so don't fucking worry about it. Don't worry about the scoreboard, what he's kicked. You've been stiff twice. He wants to run around, he wants to fucking throw punches from behind and he wants to do that. Boys, just fucking stick it up here. Stick it up here, be disciplined, okay, gents? One-on-one, you're going really well. Guys, make sure both come back. Stewie, attacking the footy. 2 of their goals have been out turnovers. 2 of their goals with the team. How's those rotations going, boys? Okay, keep going. Make sure they're going. Yeah. You got that? Having a look. All see it?
We just hold the wing.
All see it?